Let me set the camera up. Get this all focusing. Get back to Jesus. Alright, so here we go. Let me get the laptop set up. Uh, then this morning, I was busy. Let me put this somewhere. Laptop's taking a little while to get started. Here. All right. Hey, Dave. How's Dave doing? Good evening. In Tennessee with the family. That's good. Back to Texas. On your way back to Texas. Good. This morning I didn't go live. I had to. On 4th of July, me and the one buddy, we always do fireworks. Uh, we do fireworks big time. He spends over three grand on his fireworks and that, and I always go and help him to get it and everything like that. And so we went and got fireworks this morning, so I was busy on that. So that's why I didn't do my YouTube. And they gave me a sticker, a decal. I thought it was cool. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll take one. So, I mean, like, we go up, he goes all out. We've been doing it since the kids were real little. And right now, the kids are all grown up and we're still doing it. The kids love it and everything. And uh, the daughter, like I said, the kids are growing up. The daughter getting ready this year. She graduates from college. And the other son, he was in the Naval Academy here in Maryland. And uh, getting ready to, he'll be getting ready to go out on a submarine. And he wants to be a um, aircraft pilot. So he'll be getting ready for all that. And right now, like I say, getting ready to go out on a submarine and stuff like that. Kids are doing really good. And I am proud of the kids. I already told them about that. The way they're taking care of life. The daughter, she graduate from college with coming to Maryland, back to Maryland, so she's going to go to the other university around here. She is a not she's into flute music. She does flute, and she's going to be at one of the colleges doing things. And the boy, like I said, before he even went to the Naval Academy and that, I told him, I said, even though they're yelling at you and all this, I said, it all comes back around. It's mind over matter, same way it is in the work field. It'll be the same way. People yell at you working. I said, you just gotta put your head down, do it. Later on, it comes back around to you where you could be doing the same thing. But just take it serious. Don't worry about it. And the boy I'm really proud of, other than her, I'm proud of all of them. And the buddy of mine, me and him, have been around for a good while. Good people. And the other buddy, I just, before I got, I was putting on the Instagram how I was going to come on here and start doing the artwork. He calls me up. His power is out up there in the mountains and stuff like that. But this time he's prepared for it. He's got all his generators going and everything like that. So that's good for him. He has me and him hunt and everything, and I know he's got freezer full of meat and stuff like that. And this time he got generators going with all this rain that we've been having. Trees are falling down up there in the mountains, and they're falling on these power lines and stuff. I here doing a little bit of racing to put some shadows in these areas. I'll come back in with the airbrush and put some paint in them areas. Yeah, that power. I mean, listen, the, when you're in the mountains like this, like he is, um, the trees, the old trees, they get waterlogged, and all this rain that we've been having, the trees are getting, they're heavy. So it ain't helping them, the trees that much. Because the mountains are on the edge, and so the water going downhill, get to the roots and stuff like that, is not helping that much either. So, like I said, the old trees, they get that water log going in them, and they are too heavy and they're falling. And with the wind and everything, doesn't help them as much either. Yeah, ground soft and saturated, stuff like that. I mean, it's what are you going to do? Yeah, the other buddy with the daughter playing the flute and that. Me and him turned her on to the Jeff Roton one where he played the flute and that. She thought that was so cool. finally got some things set up to where I can reach them real quick to do different things to my artwork, like the eraser and that. I haven't used no um, paintbrush work yet, and that's what I was thinking about doing now. Was adding some paintbrush work to stuff. But the erasing thing doing really good. Yeah, yeah, she's getting into a lot of the different ones. We tried to tell her on it. Hey Dan, how you doing? Out on the bike? I told her about Indian flute music is a good thing to listen to. The Indians did really good with the flute. I don't want to get too crazy in here. His hands are looking really good. I'm worried about pushing them too much. This one here, this one here is the for the what you call it here, the easel or whatever you want to call it. The size of it, because it's like they didn't break it down to inches. They gave you the metric system, and I wanted to break it down to the inches. Like the 1200 means 47 inches, and then this is the YouTube channel and stuff like that. But that's what that is. If you see that up there, is that what you mean? This up here. Oh, the note with all talking about the music. Yeah. Uh, I I don't know how to read music sheets. Oh, this one here. That is my NASCAR thing. Yeah, that's like the 24 car, the 19 car, the 71. William Byron. I forget who the 19. uh, Briscoe, 71, Michael McDowell. Uh, I forget who they are, but that's all NASCAR. That's me. That's who I got. That's who my brother's got is Kyle Larson, Brad Kalowski, and the number four. He's got George. He's got Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, um, Kyle Busch, whoever the other ones are. There, that's what that's about. What else? Yeah, I used to have a Dave. I used to have a tape, cassette tape with the Indian flute music on it. Oh man, I missed that tape so bad. That was like a meditation tape to me because I could ride down the road and listen to that a lot. I'm gonna have to. I'll get in here and do some. Get in here and do some air airbrush. Yeah, a lot. There's a lot of flute music if you really want to get into it. A lot of different people. I mean, I even mamas and papas used to have some of the flute in their music. I get down to doing some of these details, like down across here at the bottom. I get down to doing some of these details. It doesn't really matter because some of these will get covered up by a picture frame. But it's always good to have that reference, even though that it gets covered up. Coming out really good, just the erasing. Yeah, let me get the paintbrush out. I want to do his face up a little bit. Put the eraser away. That up too high. The other thing I've been getting into watching too, besides my NASCAR, Indy cars, F1 cars, is the Island Man racing. Them guys are crazy on the motorcycles. 200 plus miles an hour going through the city. And They do. It's seven. I think it's 73 miles or something like that. They're doing on the bike, and I don't know how many times they got to go around that 73-mile course, but they're up to 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle going through a town or something where there ain't guardrails, there isn't no guardrails. Even when they go to the countryside, there is not guardrails set up. And if it is guardrails, it's wooden, or it's a brick wall. Them guys are insane. Ain't no way I would do 200 miles an hour around stuff like that. Yeah, let's get into his eyes a little bit. I seen Scott McKay had a little bit of technical difficulty. He was talking about where he might go old school with the phone and that if the switchboard doesn't start working. Dinner time. All right. Thanks for coming on by, Dave. Always fun having you here. And take care and enjoy the family. It's great. One day I'm gonna start a painting. And I'm just gonna do it from the beginning to the end on just YouTube. I'm sure you guys love to see me do it that way. Because sometimes I just do it off to the side. Just do a lot more of it on off camera. But I always think you guys would get bored of see of seeing this what I do with the paintbrush. Because I'm not as fast as Tim or Steve. But that shouldn't matter. grab some of the blue. Now grab just a touch of the black. I did the blue there. It didn't darken it up enough for me. But now I'll grab some of the black. Get a little bit more darkness to it. Black mixed with the blue. I don't want it extremely black, but I don't want it gray. But it'll work out. Yeah, that'll work good close up. This is like his pupil of the eye. Now, clean the brush off. So how you doing, Dad? What's Dad been up to? I didn't know if Tim was going to do a live feed or not, because I know he was supposed to start another job or something. Yeah, let me grab a dab of that white. All right, that's more of the center. So we'll drop dot right there. And about this right off to the side there. Put a little bit right there. Okay. I don't like it. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, you guys see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try doing his eyebrows now. I have to watch as I keep forgetting about doing that. No, I ain't gonna use this one. Yeah, another one. Alright. I said I'm gonna do the eye, eyebrows a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that this paint that I have on the palette, this wet palette, is over a couple weeks old, and I keep coming back to it. Uh, wet palette is amazing. I mean, it's an amazing tool to have with your airbrush. And the And I find that the wet palette and the illustration mixes up really good together for doing your really good details. For me, it works good. Tim and Steve and everybody else, they like their wicked colors, but it's to yourself how you feel about it. Uh, this ain't up high enough. 'Cause I'm going into the eyebrow area. I want this up higher. Hi, Tim. Yeah, since I didn't go on earlier today, I figured I'd do a late evening, after evening or whatever. I didn't see that if you were on or not. Oh, Kyle, how you doing, Kyle? And yeah, I was just talking about how I love this wet palette. I use it uh, with the illustration, and I know Tim, you and Steve use the wicked colors, but I'm finding it nice with the illustration. And like I said, this what I have on. I don't know if you guys can see it. I guess not. What I have on my wet palette here, this is over 2 weeks or 3 weeks old on here, and I'm still using the same colors on this wet palette. So, like I said, I know you guys like using the wicked colors and stuff like that. I use it. I don't have no smell or anything like that, and I don't have no copper or nothing in here, and it's been it works out tremendously for me. All right, so get back to this. That's eyebrow areas, and that it's really small. I'm trying to keep it as tight as can be to what I see over here. So I just use the paintbrush. Tim, I'm sorry I missed your show Saturday or Wednesday, but I did watch it uh, the other day. Almost done with that painting. I started watching the. I know I've seen it, but I started watching the one where you had the interview with Drew Blair. I know I've seen it, but I just for some reason I started watching that again. His work is so amazing. So awesome with his realism. I might go back and visit this a little bit later. Got a lot of paint going on in this area. Earlier today, for you who were on here now, uh, always me and the buddy always do fireworks, and we went to pick up our fireworks, or, or I should say his fireworks, not ours. But we had to do it. It was raining a little bit, but we had tarp and everything like that. Was, he had a couple grand going into the fireworks, but we've been doing it for years. I mean, years. When his kids were real little, we started doing it, the 4th of July thing, and still going at it. Even though the kids are grown up, adults. Like I said, the one went to the Naval Academy here in Maryland. He's thinking about being he wants to be an air pilot. Uh, the daughter, she plays the flute, and the boy's about ready to go to a submarine. And but yeah, we went to get the fireworks and that. And that decal there they gave me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I took the decal. So now I got to figure out where I'm going to put it. But that's the place where we went. That's where cool. So this is Mike's area. That eye looks good. With the eyebrow. So now let's go to the other eyebrow. Now this is just the plain uh, brown and orange mixed together to do that color for the eyebrow. To try to tie in with the red hair in a way. True redhead. I said if the eyebrow and the skin, yeah, the eyebrow and the hair, if they're true, the colors will be close to being the same. That means they're true. A blonde is the same way. Eyebrow and hair of a blonde. You can tell when she bleaches it because the color is not the same. I'm gonna get to 421. This picture that I'm, a reference that I'm going by, is not a good reference, but it's good enough for me. Like I said, I always like challenging myself, so it doesn't matter what the reference is that I'm using. I like to be able to put my input on it, so it keeps the challenge of your artwork going. So like I said, this reference is not a good picture. You see how it's all blurry. Even though that's the same way you seeing it, it's the same way I have it in a way. So it keeps the challenge of painting. Don't have if you don't have a perfect thing going there, it challenges you. I could have took the picture and put it in with AI and had it fixed up a lot better, but you need to challenge yourself to do a picture just by your brain alone, your thoughts alone into it. It's like when I did my the painting of the El Camino, I went by my thoughts only on it, and I didn't have because I didn't have no reference. I just went by remembering what my car used the El Camino used to look like when I owned it. So it's the whole thing for me. The whole thing of art is challenging yourself to do it. I mean, I'm trying to picture this out being a lot better and everything, but I'm challenging myself at the same time of doing it. I think for me, the artwork looks better. That how it it's challenging me. I mean, the same thing with the Volkswagen with all them little signs and everything. vintage signs, that challenged me, and it's a constant thing that I like doing, torturing myself doing. But it's not really it's more gratifying at the end when how it turns out to me, where I could just say, that's done. The gratification is there where I could say, it's done. I don't think I could do any better than what I did. I come down here on the nose. Just hit a little bit of area there. Down here, a little tip around. Draw this out a little bit more. Now, even that last painting I just did, uh, um, yeah, let me clean the brush off. I'll get it for you. Beth from the Yellowstone, that painting came out all right. It fought me. I mean, it gave up a good fight, but it was challenging to do it because it was challenged to do it to keep it the way that I seen it on the picture. The picture that I seen or used as the copy of it, but this is what it turned out to be like. Um, I think it, for me, I'm calling it done right there at this point. I have some things, like that's a hole right there. But I mean, like I said, it was challenging because of the hair blending into this background of the being white and everything, the ring and stuff like that. It was challenging, but I think it turned out pretty sweet. I just didn't understand, even though I was going by what I had as a picture, and how this hand down here wasn't like how that hand was. So I just left it like what I had on the picture and that, but she turned out pretty good. So I'm happy with that. I think she is about as good as how the Farrah Fawcett one turned out too. So and I guess I'm doing all right with doing portraits. They look a mess when you're at this point, but as you keep working on it, they turn out. They might fight you a little bit, but it'll turn out in the long run. So you just can't give up on it. Uh, and you can see the size of his eyes is smaller than my fingernail. So, and then as you keep playing with it, they get better. Her eyes, look, my finger just covers her eyes, but his eyes are smaller than her eyes because it made her closer towards you, and he's like further back in the road. So it's kind of way that Jesus is pushing me on doing the portraits. I guess I'm getting something right, doing something right. Because this one pretty close, but I got it going backwards. And you can see the difference in them in a way. But like I said, this one is poorly done, but I went ahead and added a story to Jesus, how his story is. So on the background, just to give it something else, and then put the sky in as he, because it's like he was walking down the path. Now on her, there was no story. It was just trying to capture a moment how she's just holding on for dear life. Even in the movie, or not the show, Yellowstone, how she holds on for life. Kind of things like that I think about when I'm doing the portraits. It's like right now I'm just concentrating between the both of them how the eye is. It's like I know what I got to do to get it the darkness to go around how it is here. It's lighter there, but it's darker right next to his eyes. So I'm kind of doing that in a way. Uh, we know how the way the bone is shaped around the eye, pushing it in, and everything like that. Portraits, Tim knows portraits better than me. I'm just going by the way my gut and my hands lead me, and my eyesight sees it in my eye. See, now I come over here, how it's a little darker in this area, and just darken that up just a little bit. If I want to come back later on when I feel my brush is working good enough. I'll come back a little bit later on. But it's just a matter of pushing and shoving. All this, how the beard looks, that's all erasing. That's how it. I did that was just erasing. Yeah, I I guess you could say that, Tim. Uh, I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I think it's been. I'm getting into it. I think if I was probably doing it, if I was 14, I would have started doing this. I probably would be a lot better. I'll tell you something else though, but shoot, Drew Blair is like out of this world when he does his stuff, and I am blown away by him. But like he even said, he's another artist. A lot of these really good artists I've been seeing have done really. They done the T-shirt thing, and there's when you stand up and do it, like how he said, 14 hours a day to make a living so he could get into the art. That's a thing, and that's like I guess that'd be the same thing with me being around the cars since I was around 14, uh, knowing that. If I was around doing the portraits at the age of 14, like I was around the cars, I probably would be really good at it. But after I get this painted, I'm gonna go back to somebody wants me to do their vehicle, and I'm gonna do a portrait of that. I'll be right back. I gotta use the little boy's room. Chat amongst yourselves. All right, I'm back. I did see it at one time. Tim, that you used to have that stick where you used to lean up against. Uh, I have never tried that method. I like put the paper down and just do it this way. Now I have I don't know if you can't see it, but down here on my thing, I got 4021 in here, and I got H2O water in here. So I use either of them. Sometimes the water could be will thin this down too much, but the 4021 helps it out a lot more because it keeps it a little thick. So that's what you see when I'm down there. And then, like I said, there by my wet palette. So, and like I said, I've been does need some water because the paper's starting to wrinkle up. But I could put water back in there and good as new. But like I said, I go back and forth with it with the 4021 and the water mixed in with the illustration colors. Because it's mainly illustration colors that I use on here. But I will take like a drop of Wicked White or something like that and drop it on here. I bounce back and forth with it. And I like you could like you see on the palette. Like you see on the palette, I mix the colors together. It doesn't matter. I'll 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 do that. But I try to keep the black up there separated because I just grab a touch of black and throw it in there with the orange. But now I ran the orange out, so I had to put an orange drop there. but I still have some of the orange near the red and do it like that, or take the white, I mean the red, and move it over. It's just a matter of playing around, like how I had the paint and everything like that. Just a matter of, you can mix your colors this way, and then when it comes time for you to do your paint, your airbrush technique, you know how you mixed it here. You can mix it up into the little containers. I have that, and I know what to do here, or I did here, so I mix it up in here, and then I put it in my airbrush. The only difference is when you mix it up here, and then you put it in here, you're adding your reducer to it. And for the airbrush, that is an important part of knowing how to reduce it down. Or when you do it in here, you just add your reducers. Just you know how to reduce it down. Uh, I could use the same. I have a mixing tool. I do. I got a. I don't have the plastic. I got the metal one. Nice one. I don't use it as much to mix it up in the paint thing. I use the popsicle stick, and I'll use a popsicle stick over and over and over. Like you can see all the colors on just this one popsicle stick, and I'll mix it all together. To me, it doesn't bother the paint. It does not bother the paint because if you're mixing a lot of paint. Some people say it does mix paint. It doesn't bother it. Now I can see if you're doing oil and that. I don't know anything about the oil or the other stuff, but for me, using the same stick does not bother it. It hasn't for me. Alright, let's get back to the eyes. Yep, turn you back up here. Can you see both of them? Yeah. You can see both. Yeah. No, you can see only the. Yeah, I can't do both at the same time. I can only use. I don't really need to show the sky. And what you hear in the background is Island Man, the TT race. I can't believe that guy's over 184 or 185 miles an hour on a motorcycle going through the county and city area. And I don't know where the Island Man is. It's a super stock TT race. Some beautiful back. I love watching it because they got some beautiful backgrounds. It's like watching Tour de France on motorcycle. How if you see the helicopter in the sky watching them, or they got webcams on their motorcycle and it shows them, and then they got a helicopter view and plus cameras up along the street they're rooting at where the bikes are going past them. Really nice watching it. But they're laying them bikes down on the side. So crazy. All right, let's go around this eye a little bit. This rain has been really soaking up the ground. You got trees falling all over the place. All right, let that go. Let that dry up a little bit. So Tim, how'd your new job go? I think that's what you said you were doing. What happened?
on your mental sit up out of the seat, really high speed. Couldn't believe it. That maybe has affected his pace in this race a little bit.
Here comes Davo Johnson up to Stella Harrison in the braking double to Ramsey hairpin.
Davo's going well. It slows them out behind him. James Hillier is just reeling him in.
Now David Todd and Michael Dunlop. So these four riding fairly close together. I would suggest that Todd and Dunlop are potentially going to come across those other two. Oh, Todd takes a tear off.
You see, Todd went for one side, then the other. Sometimes it's easier to forget what side your tear-offs are on.
Brilliant. Only a rider like Campbell would know that, mate. Pulling off tear-offs around this place. I can't, well, that is one of the only places I'd like to have a look at it.
Yeah, well, I tell you, when you've got a face full of bugs, it's a pretty beautiful feeling when you grab that tear off, tear it off, and all of a sudden,
See where you're going. Yeah. Yeah. Terrifying time to see where I was going. This is definitely a job for a braver man than me. Cameron Donald alongside me included with two TG wins to his name. Brilliant to have his insight as we watch these Warriors heading out. Second time for Dean Harrison taking 2.1 of David Todd and then a further 2.5 of Michael Dunlop. So at the minute, they're in the order they're in and the gaps are extending between them. John Hermanson. Well, P7.
yep, he is. Downshifting, right, knee on the deck, up into the trees and up into the down patches. Nathan Harrison, really riding that Superbike race earlier in the week.
Interesting to see what it can be in the mix of the senior. I mean, looking at Connor Cummins, has been close to the place. Ian Hutchinson has been super close a couple of times. Broke the seat one day, didn't he? And then had another issue today. I'm excited for it. We all know it's the big one. Everybody's so keen.
Rob Watson, another rider that's had a podium this week. Just behind all of those other riders, Andrew, just be hoping that their bad luck has run out before the senior.
That's the one you don't want any bad luck. We're hoping the weather's run out, Cameron, aren't we, as well? Because this amazing little rock in the Irish Sea, the Isle of Man, has been a bit rough to the riders. And to be fair, everyone who's taken part in organising this incredible event.
Now, let's go under the nose a little bit.
Again, and yet still getting the racing done. Yeah, hats off to the organising team. Incredible job. There's Harrison out the hairpin.
So that fire by firing through the gears. I'll tell you, Nathan is impressing me every time I see him on course.
Misaki's very well. Another level on here. Around the outside of Johnson. So he has got past Davo Johnson.
Yep, it's taking a little while, but I guarantee you Davo is very good at jumping on the back. He's hungry, and he won't let James go easily.
Different lines there as well. Wider out and then back in again towards the second apex for here. Davo Johnson right winning. And Davey Todd is right with them as well. I thought we'd seen a bit to him on that rear facing camera. And he's right onto the back of them. So Todd is behind that pair. Might be able to use a bit of a slipstream up Hayward Heights and make his way through as you see Dean Harrison coming past Kate Bottage and now on the run down to the braking zone at Craigna Bar.
Yeah, from the Halley watching team, breaking down to this right-hander, back to second gear as we ride on board. How is that? Wheel spin has the back tire, kisses the white line, crowd all cheering on the side of the road there. That's spectacular. It just goes to show that he's not backing off, he's just riding at the pace he's comfortable at. And that pace at the moment is the fastest in this Superstock race.
Fantastic stuff. Through the left-hander. He comes into the final lap of this
I still gotta do the lip and everything.
This power sports hour is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Enjoy every minute of every moment with America's
I'll
number
be
one
dropping
insurance
some
company.
airbrush technique over here. Get the mustache part of the beard going. This will blend out a little bit more. I'll give let's get some color around where the lip is. First, I need to take that. First, I need to take the dark out there because that's going to be part of the lip. So we have to go in with the white and lighten that up. Clean off your brush. See, I cleaned it off with the paper towel. And I still went back into 4021 and I take the tip of my finger. I can see that there's nothing there. Take the palm, very little residue there. Now this brush is perfectly clean. Let me get a drink of my soda. Oh, I want to do two things. A drink of my soda, a wet palette. The wet palette needs some water. See how the paper's starting to go peel up? So, we'll grab my H2O.
Silky smooth, nice wide line. White, white, actually, Henry, the Sarah's.
Now we got my H2O. Just grab that. Pick the paper up and just put it in there.
Green colouring. You hear that? That foamy, Terry.
You'll see it's
Right? Straight
it's
up to
starting to suck up. The sponge will start sucking it up.
straight up to 130.
And it did really good. So we'll just add some more. Sponge started sucking it up again.
Enough about me. On board, Connor Cummins. Have a listen.
So now I'll just drop the paper there. Take my finger, press down at both ends,
Let's sparky.
and
That's
just
not
pull it down.
That's Connor controlling 200 horsepower.
Hold my finger on it for a little bit. Now just push it out. Spread it out a little bit.
It's got a bit more wear. The
Paper
bottom
gets nice and wet.
yeah, patch that contact area. See that last sort of 30 mil of tyre. That's what you're really relying on when you're pushing hard on those lean angles. Such a small
Just
contact
keep
patch.
pushing it out.
200 horsepower, all being pushed through a small piece of rubber on the road.
Might need some more water
Small pieces of rubber on the road.
because the sponge is still the sponge is still sucking the water, so just put some more down.
Everybody's still out there pushing on there despite the fact that the gap's barely open the front. What are comments? Comments is going well. P5. You know what, with the
When the
issues that
sponge stops sucking the water,
we're seeing a couple of different
it'll leave the
options
water
at this
there,
point.
but then you just,
Maybe I should change that finished water. But at the moment,
now I
not
should
quite
be
as
able to
brilliant
do
as
that
they
no problem at all.
not quite as brilliant as this win.
There. See,
This
now
is
it'll,
maybe his second win of the week.
you can
Like
see
he
the
saw the
water
outside of both teams and the Honda team
right
were.
there.
I wouldn't expect the excitement to be much
So
less. Finished off the
now
Facing a favourite
the
force in
water's there.
as well. I mean, you know, on the field,
This side I'll just add.
the undertaker
Now this side didn't pull up as much. See how it is? So I just grab it,
have a look at this. My boy David
grab
O'Reilly's
that
got
little
it.
piece where it's sticking out.
Look how hard it's compressing. It's working up and down as it just rides this wild bit of road behind the meat there.
I can see the water on this side. I can still just put a little bit there.
Makes it look smooth, but I tell you, when you're on the field,
That'll
no,
that'll be it.
whatever the absolute opposite of smooth is racing around the
See
racetrack.
now the sponge has enough water in it.
Say he works
It's
hard,
all staying down pretty good.
but it is for a lot.
So now the sponge has enough water in it. Everything's good. So that's all I do is just I have one of these bottles. It's got the stem on it. Just squeeze it out right in there. Good to go. I got three of these bottles. I got another one with the. I got three of them. I got one with the water. The other one with the 4021. And then my other one, I have the rubbing alcohol in it. So if my paint gun's really bothering me, I'll shoot the rubbing alcohol through it, and it breaks up the paint a little bit better.
Certainly no certainties. I would think that maybe
The
with the fact that they were able
4021,
to do it,
I'll end up at the end
like 170
before I put the paint guns away. I could put the 4021 in there and let it sit. Put a piece of tape on that over top of the hole.
probably one of the reasons why
Scott
these
McKay taught me that one.
are on fire.
Because it'll be like weeks or something like that before I get back to the gun. If you put a piece of tape over it, it holds out longer. Uh, but I only do that if I don't have 4011. I do have 4011 left. I still because when I cleaned out my artwork at I used to paint at the shop, but cleaned the artwork, all the stuff from there, and brought it on home, and didn't realize that I have some 4011 there at the shop. I thought I was completely out of it, and I wasn't. That's it. That spot was a little too dark, so I grabbed the eraser and pull it back a little bit, which is okay. Oh, and that's the other thing I have set up right here, straight on down. You can't see it. You can't see it. That's all right. All right. Yeah, so that's it. Now we back up here to this.
Yeah, no, but it's frustrating.
Right there.
Just disappointed.
That basic things like that. That's how I do my
Make some improvements.
wet palette.
And then it didn't start this time. Not for same thing last year for a different reason, but just wouldn't
All right, so let's get back. Let's take my glasses need my glasses need clean a little bit.
I'm just going through all the teams. They're all working so hard. I don't know what's gone wrong, but yeah, just a shame.
The nose seems like it got more work to do to it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we just had problems all week with the bike. It seems like cycle last year, and there'd be 20 minutes back I ran on, and then first start, and then one minute, 3 quarters, and one minute you guys ran on.
Kind of all right.
So we just had planning all week to find a bike for us. It seems you and all the rest of you, so not going to be having the road there this year, which I was fine, so I just thought
All right. The
just
eye.
sort of just
How's the eye
keep
look?
it steady
Need
on between the 2 boys. You, David, and Ben as well.
more of the
To get
darkness over the
the
eye.
season started. So I think we end up being good money on
Let's
it.
grab the color and darken. Let's grab some.
Right, and then so when most of the auction players here on the Isle of Man just before leaving on Wednesday, so I'm putting stock once again for this restart. But Dave Harrison at Real Proof Shops in Ayrton saying, again, get stock set up there for deliveries when back to normal. Well done. We've got plenty of stock on site. So I'm not looking to let these guys off losses right now. We're going to get that time back. And I'm going to run the second leg. We have wrapped the second leg, and next one tonight, first start there. So yeah, Davey was training yesterday, and he was riding it was a surefire one. It went actually halfway Scotland and sometimes he was at the interview there. So these guys are pushing each other further. I mean, time's gone by, we've only ever had really one person. It's been two guys on a dominant run now. It's been Scotland and England. It's four guys realistically back in the mix that can win any race. You can put a blanket over them. I can't guess any race how any race is going to finish, let alone any position on the podium. What a prospect we now have in store for the 2025 Ironman Senior Team C. Dunlop, dominant in the smaller classes. Maybe taking the first big bike win on the superbike earlier in the week, but in the superstocks, it's Nina at the Dunlop.
This Power Sports Hour is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurance.
It's kind of getting there.
Allegiance flags, I believe American flags should be made in America. Join us in our mission to keep the American flag truly American. Don't settle for flags made elsewhere. Visit showallegiance.com to order your high-quality, made-in-America flag today. That's showallegiance.com.
It's kind of not kind of liking it.
Anyone who's ever sold a home will tell you it's really hard. And it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters. Together with HomeLight, we take care of every detail, from staging to showing to negotiating to closing. We've helped thousands of people sell faster and for a better price.
Oh, I did say I wanted to fix that mouth up. I keep playing around with other areas. That's right by his ear. See, just that little bit fixed that right around by his ear. So now I can take and just blend it out a little bit. Do a straight line.
Also, Jet fans have taken over downtown Orlando, the former host of two World Finals events, Camping World Stadium,
And
as
just
well as
pull
the
it
State
down.
Championship Series East.
I like
The
pulls
Eagles
his
are
hair
on today in
down.
primetime. I'm Scott Dorr alongside
That's
Adam and Gary.
okay.
Coming out of Detroit, their two
So
big
what
stories
we
here tonight.
do,
Holder in his 25th season,
we
but a
grab
very
this
solid start to the
eraser,
year, now 2 wins on the season.
peel
They need
off
3 wins plus to give everyone
a
any
little bit
chance
on the
right now.
top.
Yeah, it's been really cool to be able to drive the same truck for 25 years. It's
I
incredible.
really don't have to do that. I really don't have to peel a little bit off the top. See what you got here. I don't have to do that. I have, let me show you. I have one of these. It's called a memory board. See, it's 100 and 180. Then on the other side, same thing. Let's take this. It cleans it up. It cleans it up just enough.
Talking about it, you really dissected it out there, but this is the closest
It
really
kind
that
of
you've come
sharpens
this
it up.
year. It's been a season where you've been a little
I just
disappointed
use that.
in yourself with some of the things that you've been able to pull off
Now
here on the track. So
I
what is
want to
it that you
go
think
right
is
here
everything that
by
you
the
need to
ear
fix?
and just erase a little bit. As you can see here, how it's bright. So I'll just erase a little bit there, and that's that. Now put that back there. Come back, grab that, Grab some of the red over here and a little bit of white. Let's play with this white right here with that red. So I turned it that way. Now we'll take the yellow. Take the 4021. So I had the red there, now I go to this one. Grab the yellow. Now go to there. Now kind of mix it together. And it gives me that light color that I want. Oop, I did too much. That's alright. See what I got. Yeah. So I want some lines to come right through what I did by his ear. I want some of it to go there. Let it dry. Shoot, I caught that quick. Caught that. See how I got wet there? Got wet on both sides. Didn't do nothing there. I pressed my hand in the water, but it did get this. I did get it there. That's no biggie. I wanted to go over them crosses anyway. Come over the cross. I should be using. I should be using this. This is a thicker piece. I don't know how that happened. Something splashed up there. 'Cause my hand wasn't over here.
Cynthia told me that two things are going to help her advance to the next round here. Number one, she's not worried about getting a fast time for next week. She's taking her time in the corners, and she said lane choice is critical.
take a look at our bracket moving into round two with JCB Racing. Mayhem meets El Toro Loco, Classroom Crusher against Zombie, Jurassic Attack, Vendetta, Grave Digger versus Lucas Stabilizer. Fastest round one time, Zombie 19.544. Coming up next, four more drivers enter the field of battle. Round two with JCB Racing begins on prime time.
It's alright. We'll fix it.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, man.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options only at SafeLife.com. Ritz chocolate cake. Don't want to get sick. Just eat pumpkin. It's not food. It's medicine.
Let that dry. I got a lot of paint there. Need that to dry. But that was no biggie. How long I've been on here? Oh, I still got a little bit more time. I think the eyes are kind of set in a way. Just need to mess with the beard a little bit. Go down to like how I was going around by the ear there. The beard and the ear and the hair, the beard, the ear. Definitely want to play around with the beard. Keep playing around.
Monster Jam is brought to you by JCB, the official heavy equipment partner of Monster Jam. We are back in Orlando with more JCB Racing. It is round two as we kick off the competition here in round two. Chris Kohler in Mayhem goes up against Armando Castro and El Toro Loco advancing from the first round. And here we go, round two is officially underway. Armando Castro on the far side, the blue lane. Mayhem going up on that pond, the gray lane.
Yeah, I grabbed a little bicycle in turn two on that berm. The traction is just unbelievable in certain spots in Orlando here tonight.
El Toro Loco slows down on the far side of the track. Mayhem goes over right across that turning pond. El Toro Loco gets the win. Here's the original Super Blue. Blue to the action replay.
Yeah, we can see with Chris Kohler, he comes into this berm, gets up on two wheels. You can see where that traction is happening on the upper side of that berm. And then in the last corner, he just grabs the edge of the BKTs, tries to get a little bit too much out of the truck, rolls over, and that will be the end of racing for Chris.
Round two will continue with Barnum Sauer and Zombie going up against Detroit's racing winner Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher. Ball race had Camden's number this year. He's 6-1 against him on the racetrack. And here we go, Zombie out to a slight advantage. That far blue lane for
I
Zombie.
keep wanting to go red on lettuce.
Looks like Camden is just taking some of these corners a little too slow against Bari.
And same exact spot. Mayhem goes over. Classroom Crusher does the same. And look how gingerly Barnum Sauer now has to cross the finish line. That is going to cost him lane choice next round.
Yeah, what a difficult situation for Bari. He's definitely not going to get the time he needed. But as we look at Camden coming into this last corner, these drivers are going to have to get creative. He rolls over on the hood. This tacky dirt in Orlando is tough to deal with.
Unforgiving dirt. Barnum Sauer having to cross slow because of Classroom Crusher being on the other side of the track. Here's Mike Christensen and Vendetta against Dylan Wider in Jurassic Tech. Let's check in with Leslie Mears.
For Dalton, he said that this track is really good for him. It's got really good flow to it, and he said he's got a little shorter lug on his tires that should help him slide around the turns and not hike up like everyone else has.
He's got the lead right now going to the final quarter. Jurassic Attack on the gray side. Dalton Wider trying to finish off his teammate Mike Christensen in the air across the chalk line. Jurassic Attack moving on 19.821.
That was a fantastic race. We can see Dalton Widener enters just a little bit wide and has more of an inside exit, which I think is going to be crucial in racing here tonight.
This spot definitely determines some of our races here. We see two trucks go over in this round already. Dalton Wider on that turn. Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer advancing from round one. She meets Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. Tyler 29 and 6 on the year 7 racing wins. He's undefeated on this track in his career.
Tyler Menega slowing up, taking the turn very tight. Cynthia does the same.
Not a whole lot of space between Gravedigger and that pond. Final turn here. Tyler Menega trying to get it done again. Whips the truck around and a close race at the finish. But Gravedigger gets the win. 19.734. He's the original Super Glue. Go to the action replay.
This is something I love to see as a racer. True creativity in your lines. Very similar to Dalton Wider. He goes wide, apexes the turn early, ends on the inside, and comes up with a big win.
Close race there. One of the closest races we've seen so far tonight. Here is your semifinal bracket for JCB Racing. El Toro Loco McDonald. Jurassic Attack beats Gravedigger. Fastest round 2 time. El Toro Loco 19.605. 12 into the bracket. 4 remain. One will be Crowder JCB Racing winner when Monster Jam Primetime returns. Monster Jam Primetime heads to the racing capital of the world. With Stadium Championship Series East action at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Tommy Clark with Sowers riding a wave of momentum as he looks to win his third straight Oklahoma Championship. While Tyler Menega tries to get Gravedigger back to the top of the point standings. And Cynthia Gauthier brings Lucas Stabilizer to the home of Lucas Oil. That all happens when the Monster Jam action kicks off this Monday at 2 p.m. on Racer. Are you still using your hands when you put on your shoes? Step into the future like I do. The new hands-free Skechers slip in. You can slip in and on. The secret is slip-ins have an invisible built-in shoe to your foot slide. Or touching the shoe. There's a heel toe effect that helps keep my foot comfy and secure. So they're easy and comfy, and they come in all types of styles, with and without laces. Plus, they're machine washable. So quit being one of those hands people. You put on your shoes and try Skechers slip-ins.
Fix your cloudy and weather headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote 160,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20. When it comes to tech heads, pick tech heads. You're picking the best prices guaranteed. With no hidden fees ever. 360-degree seat views. And price tracking with real-time updates. So pick tech head for your favorite band, your favorite team, or a new family memory. We've booked thousands of live events. Don't let overpriced tickets and fees get between you and a great night. No hidden fees, more savings. Download the TickPick app.
Monster Jam is brought to you by the Utah Sports Commission. Utah, the state of sport. Salt Lake City, Utah is the home of Monster Jam World Finals 24th, the Knights home Camping World Stadium in downtown Orlando, Florida. We've reached the JCB Racing semifinals. We got Armando Castro, Toro Loco against Warren Musauer and Zampi. With more on how Bahrain is feeling entering this race on his home track, we go back to Leslie.
Has Murray told his crew chief that this track is so tricky, and it's really just going to come down to driver control in those corners and who can keep all four tires on the ground.
We've seen slow meets fast here in Orlando. Martin with Sauer putting on a display right now. Armando Castro right there with him into that final corner. Here comes Zombie. Here comes the Toro Loco to the finish. And Zombie is going to get it done across the line. 19.381 is the original Super Blue. Blue to the action replay.
You could see both drivers at the end get a little off center, but Armando Castro grabs that pod, has to let up just a little bit, but both drivers pushing the edge. Armando Castro, unfortunately, has to go home just a little bit early.
Zombie advances to meet the winner of the final race here. Tyler Menega, Grave Digger, Dalton Wider, Jurassic Attack. They have met 6 times already. Tyler 5-1 against Dalton. Both get great starts off the line. Into the berm we go. And now trying to come out with the lead is Dalton Wider, but it is Grave Digger once again with the lead on the blue side.
Dalton Wider is in a little bit better lane. Let's see if he can make it up in this last corner.
Final turn now for both Jurassic Attack and Grave Digger to the finish line. What a finish here. Closest race of the night. We're going to go with the original Super Blue. Blue to the action replay.
This is so close, I can't tell who it is. I still can't tell, Scott.
Dalton Wider, 19.536, gets the win over Tyler Menega. That's some serious points that Warren was out getting into the finals against Jurassic Attack. So Zombie does get lane choice and was down to 19.381, which is the fastest time.
See how his beard are coming along.
Against Dalton Wider. Warren was out trying to get the hometown win. Dalton Wider trying to get his 4th racing win of the season. Here we
Need to
go.
hook.
Finals are set. Zombie meeting
I
Jurassic
still need to hook this up a little bit.
Zombie in the better lane, but he hides the 1-2. Can Dalton Wider come away with the upset?
Zombie able to catch it. Barton was Sauer caught before he went over. Goes over almost again on the 3 wheels to the finish line. And Zombie gets the win. Barton was Sauer hung on, not sure how. We're going to check out the original Super Blue Blue the action replay.
Martin Musauer hikes up in both corners. He was pushing the absolute edge. Martin Musauer's truck looks to be
Let's come up just a little bit.
and comes away with a huge win.
The boys disaster twice to get the racing win. It's his 3rd racing win of the season, the first ever in his hometown of Orlando. 19.770 is the time. He's got the Shaq jersey on. Orlando is going nuts. And we're going to go down to Leslie Standard 5 with the JC racing winner.
That race was wild out there. You almost spilled it twice. How were you able to keep it together and take the win?
You just gotta keep your composure, stay calm, cool, and collected. Exactly what we did. Julian told me you got this from the very beginning. All you gotta do is believe. Represent for Orlando. Jack, we did it, baby.
Already feeling it so far tonight in Orlando. We've got 12 points. This is our first TKT overall event leaderboard of the night. Jurassic Attack with 11. Grave Digger with 10. Toro Loco with 9. The Stabilizer checks in at 5th with 8 points. Next up in Orlando is the Monster Jam Skills Challenge, where drivers could attempt 2 set of maneuvers on 2 wheels so they can do a donut. Each driver was scored equally by an expert judge, and fans of creativity, skill, and execution. And with 12 points on the line, let's take a look back at our top 5 competitors. Coming in 5th, Mike Christensen, Vendetta comes on the stoppie.
Little popper here. Walking out just a little bit. Throws it in reverse with the moonwalk. Great combination move.
Warren Musauer Zombie taking him a slap wheelie city.
Definitely home team home for Barr. He knows how to execute that well.
Dalton Wider, Jurassic Attack coming off that pod. 8.608, vintage Dalton Wider, the nose wheelie.
Grabs the nose wheeler. He's going to throw the wheel out of the front window.
There it goes.
There it is. And then also gets the combination move, just throwing a little bit more technicality in with the rear steer crank to the left there. And right now, he has no control over the truck. Just walking that thing backwards.
Now Toro Locos are Mondo facility, reigning skills champion. Show you why right here.
These drivers using this same optical. A lot of tacky dirt on this side of the stadium. Great for 2-wheel skills. Gonna walk it back and forth. Let's even get a little popper here going with the front wheels.
Thinking about it. There he goes.
Great execution.
And getting the win, Tyler Menega, Grave Digger, another former Wapama Skills Challenge champion. Right here, taking everybody to school.
All right. I've been on here a good while. Think we're gonna call it quits there. How long I've been on here? Ooh, 2 hours. That's good. Show you what I got. I'll take all that off of there. Uh, put you in there.
Still holding out there. Great victory for you here on Dallas.
Yeah, just coming out in the dirt was actually really awesome tonight. It's been really, honestly, too slick for us with two-wheel skills lately. And to see the dirt be primed for that tonight, I was super excited because, honestly, I haven't really been doing bicycles lately because what's the point of doing it if it's going to fail every time because it is so. So tonight I seen the dirt was nice, went out with the bicycle, and I was happy. So I was happy.
We got to talk about what's going on in the back, though, right now. They're replacing the third member on your truck. How's that going to work out for freestyle?
Light work. And what's cool in there is that's actually kind of cannot believe that it broke. Usually you don't break a tool, but yeah, they took the tool out, so they put a new one in.
Want a career with unlimited earning potential? Diesel Technology program at the University of Northwestern Ohio is your gateway.
So there's what we got so far. We need to do some more brush work, but I don't think it turned out too bad around the face area. I need to do a little bit more over here with the beard and that, and plus we're gonna play with the hair and that. Get a drink of my soda, but it's coming along really good. I'm happy with them so far. Just keep doing a little bit. I like how the eyes turned out. The eyes turned out okay now. And like I said, I got like half the beard going in that. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Now this side is going to be a little bit more darker because you can see how it is there. It's a little bit more darker going up in that area. But we're getting there. Getting there. I thank you all for coming on by. Hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.